Hey, do you have a horse crazy kid at home and this is going to be one of your first years of horse and pony? Not really sure what you need because you yourself don't like horses, but your kids are horse crazy? Here's some tips from me as somebody who's got 30 years in the equine industry and been a 4-H leader since 2011. Some tips of what I think you're going to need. So if your kid is going to show Western, you're going to need a bridle. So in a previous video, I shared what one of my favorite bridle setups is. This is what that looks like. So you're gonna need the head stall, which is the part that goes on the horse's head, a bit like this. This is the miler with the roller so it doesn't pinch, a curb chain that goes on the back of your horse's head, and some nice reins. These are the slot reins so they don't swing, your horse can't chew on them as easily, and you don't have to worry about them coming undone, which is great. So once you get it on, they're gonna stay on. You don't have to worry about them falling off and your horse getting loose or your kid getting hurt. If your kid wants to do speed, you're gonna want a head stall that has a throat latch, which is this that goes behind their head, and a brow band to help keep that bridle on when they're going super fast. You also want a bit that has a bigger side like this and some reins that are connected. So if they drop the reins, they're not gonna lose one. If you have the split leather reins, you can just tie them together. But this bit, since it's got the bigger sides, is not gonna pull through your horse's mouth when they're pulling them to go turn. If your kid's gonna show in halter, which most counties require that you show in a halter class, you're gonna need a halter that fits your horse's head nicely to show it off and make it look nice. I highly recommend a leather one. What makes a halter fit nice, you say? Well, one that is extremely adjustable makes it a lot easier. So this one has buckles on both sides that you can adjust since it's leather. If it's not small enough, you can always add holes. And if it's not big enough, you can add holes to the other end. You also want one that is adjustable underneath. So this you can adjust around the nose in 2 different spots, and then this can adjust underneath their chin as well. So that's gonna help it be nice and fitted, and that'll help it be easier for your kid to control their horse so they don't have a loose pony, because nobody wants to be that person. Don't be that person. Get an adjustable one. Also, when you're showing halter, it makes it a lot easier to have good control if you have a chain. I definitely prefer to go with a chain underneath the chin, but some people can do over the nose as well if you have a horse that's a little kind of crazier and not as easy to control. I will show you in a separate video on how to put the chain on correctly and how that's adjustable as well. The last thing I'd highly recommend to get started is going to be a lunge line. Get familiar with how to use a lunge line. This is one that I really like. It also has a chain to help so that your kid doesn't lose their horse. Again, safety here is key. Nobody wants the loose horse because then you get a sad kid and a crazy horse. Nobody wants to be that person. You obviously also need a saddle if your kid's gonna be riding. I don't have that in this video, but I'll cover saddles in a different one. So follow me for more tips and tricks, especially if you're new to the horse and pony industry.